Do you feel that chill in the air? Yes, it's the first fall edition to the NFL season. Before we get to Week three's games, let's look back of Week 2. I went 2, 3, and 1 against the spread, and 1, 0, and 1 so far with my upset specials. Hope to do better this coming week. So I have another 6-pack of games for you for Sunday. So let's get things kicked off with my first pick. I like the Bengals -3. I expect big games out of Carlos Dunlap and Geno Atkins as they take on a Broncos reshuffled O-line. And I think rookie QB Trevor Siemian will be under lots of pressure in the jungle. And running backs Bernard and Hill will find some success down the middle of the Denver's defense, and we'll get some good screen game plays. For my next pick, I like the Ravens a pick against the Jags. I think the speed of Ravens receivers Wallace and Perryman will be way too much for the Jags secondary to keep up to. And the Ravens will get a big boost on their D-line as Dumerville will be back in the fold. And T-Sizzle, Dumerville, and friends will be cooking up sacks all day in Blake Bortles' kitchen. And Bortles will find it difficult without his big left tackle and right guard to help make time for him to throw downfield. For my next pick, I like the Chargers +3 over the Colts. So far this young season, the Chargers have done really well on the ground, which I look for that to continue behind the running of Melvin Gordon and newly signed McCluster taking over for the injured Woodhead. And with the running ability of those two, it will open things up for Phillip Rivers down the field. And I expect him to get lots of time as the Colts D-line doesn't scare too many quarterbacks. And Luck will spend lots of time on the sidelines as he'll be watching the game as the clock ticks down. And Luck will be without his speed threat Moncrief at receiver. So that means top Pro Bowl defensive back Barrett will be on Hilton, which I think he'll win that battle. For my next pick, I like the Giants -4. This is a tasty divisional matchup. I think running back Rashard Jennings is due for a breakout game as big Redskins nose tackle will be on the sidelines for this one. With that said, this will open things up for Eli Manning and his trio of receivers down the field. And on the other side of the ball, the Redskins have a lot of speed at receiver, but the Giants DBs have as much speed and will make it hard to get separation for the Redskins wideouts, and this will frustrate Cousins. And there's been a a, a, a lot of dysfunction in the Redskins locker room all week, and I expect that to carry over on the field in the Big Apple. For my next pick, I like the Dolphins -7. I know what you're thinking, folks, only -7, but I hopped on this puppy Sunday night. So after facing two brutal ways to start the season at Seattle and at New England, I expect the Dolphins to be desperate and come out with a big home effort against third string QB Cody Kessler, and the D-line will be in his face all game, and Tannehill and Landry, Parker and company will light up the Browns secondary, as they don't have much talent back there. So the Dolphins get a little home cooking and get their first victory. Now, what you've all been waiting for. Yes, the upset alert of the week.
Ding, 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 ding.
I like the Vikings +7 over the Panthers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I know what you're thinking. I know Peterson's not playing, but he hasn't done much so far this year anyway. But I expect Bradford to get lots of help from McKinnon, A.C. Atta, and newly signed Hillman in the backfield. And this game, and I expect the Vikings receivers to have too much speed for a questionable Panthers defensive backs. And I look for Bradford to key Kyle Rudolph on a lot of third and shorts to move the chains. And on the other side of the ball, I expect the Vikings front seven to swarm Cam Newton all day, and I look for them to force a turnover or two. Yes, Zimmer and the D-line of the Vikings will dirty up Superman's uniform and cape on this Sunday afternoon.
Oh, bring it on, brother.
Yeah. Yes, we finally found Superman's kryptonite and the purple people eaters on this Sunday afternoon.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
So, for a quick recap of my first annual outdoor picks, here they are. And good luck for week 3, and we'll see you next week for week 4.